Working hard on my stump, what's the problem? I ain't had shit to show, being modest. Now it's grams of the wax for my conscience. Bron James in LA, you're on college. I've been jumping on them planes like a hobby. Still moving with the pack like my partners. Shut the John on them jets cause you wildin'. But the bowl is a party on the island, moment of silence. So good, get back to the topic. Grew up, it was me and Flocka. Grandma's and Big T, this my mama. I ain't even for the pain when my pots flip. Knew his name, that's it, never bothered. Mom said, you the man, son, you got this. Ever since I found a way to go and pop shit. Hold up, blaze through a whole zip. Took a seat at the table of my first flip. Days in red roof with my first whip. Split the money with the gang, never post pics. Seen a change in the game, had to coach it. Never let them take my wangs in the mold, bitch. Ever made in a month, nigga. Used to serve him at the minute just to front, nigga. Goddamn. Had to grow up quick, I made my own rules. Had my first child, got it jumping with music. Can't really hang with nobody who losing. I thought by now that you would go and get it, but I could hardly see niggas this distant. Know you get cropped if you not in the picture. And I made that tag and went got a bag. Shots to the Henny and OG prescriptions, put rebel shit on the map. Took a leap from where I started at. Started ballin' now I'm Chris Paul and Cass. Got him steady calling for the mold, but I'm on a roll, gotta call him back. And that's all fact.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. All carry-on items should now be stowed securely, either in an overhead bin or under the seat in front of you. All aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas should now be clear. All electronic devices should now be turned off and stowed, as they may interfere with the aircraft's navigational and communication systems. Once airborne, we'll let you know when you may use approved electronic devices, but note that some items may not be used at any time during the flight. You'll find a list of approved devices in the in-flight information
All right, y'all, let's lock in. Sorry about that. I did not play the airplane mode song to be celebratory in any way, shape, or form. I just, my food delivery came here and I needed to go get it. Let me also switch this background so that it's not distracting. So I gave the rest of the panel the night off. They needed to take care of some other things. And the stream is getting a bit long for people. Unfortunately, I am well aware that people are not ready to accept what it is we've been talking about or the role that these people played in it. And I know there's a lot of people on that thumbnail who, if y'all don't see receipts about their particular involvement, you will not accept our word for it. It's a very unfortunate reflection of the state of this alleged community. And I have not eaten today because I've been working on this all day, so you'll have to bear with me. I do need to shove some calories down my throat at some point. All right, so I am not going to start with Drew's thread. To me, from where I sit in all of this, that was there were some other things that I think that happened first. And at this point, since it's just me here, I'm gonna just kind of go over things from my perspective. And again, I thank those of you that have tuned in, and thank you for bearing with me. Again, this is tragic. I do not enjoy this, and I do not even appreciate having to show this stuff. But unfortunately, the people in this space are so fucking vile, and unfortunately so many people support them and like them and will refuse to face the uncomfortable truth about them until it has been shoved in their face. And again, they're putting this shit all over social media, all over the community, as I believe made it necessary to expose their role in all of this. All right. So Let me see here. I thought I had shared my screen already. All right, I'm gonna share the screen for now. It'll be a mix of my slides and PDFs, but this is the view I'm gonna go with for now. All right, so just to go over from my perspective, here are the individuals that you saw on the thumbnail: Secularity, AJ, Waste the Human, Bree, Hive Psi, Helen, Hell's Bells, Fireside Freethinkers, Ambushed Apostate, John Gleason, Casey Gleason, Dr. Ben from The Line, Maya from Bad Science Sunday, Ember from Better Than Ember, Durante Lamar, Joe from Kentucky Atheist, Marion from Misinterpretations, Kelly King from Black Nonbelievers, Purple Rhymes with Orange, Justin from Deconstruction Zone, Producer West, Titan Uranus, Elliot Cantor, Drew Beckius, Glenda Jordan, and Arden Hart. Organizations involved: Nanocon, Nashville Nuns, Recovering from Religion, Freedom from Religion Foundation, Atheist Community of Austin, Skeptic Haven, Creator Accountability Network. Again, not all these individuals and organizations are necessarily directly involved in the incident itself, but sort of, I think, have a role to play in the community taking accountability for what happened. All right, we've looked at Patty and Nancy's text. Those were in the previous stream. Again, some of this we'll be able to chop out into sections and chop up. This is Joe's thing. I played this on the previous stream. This is just him insisting that we forget about this, move on, and shut up about it. I don't think you guys can hear that, so I'm just going to move on to the next slide. I showed my DMs with AJ. Here is my DM from Bree. I'm not sure what you've been told about my part in all of this, but hopefully I matter enough to you to give me the benefit of the doubt. Ben and I talked that night before any accusations at all came forward. He told me that Elliot and Nancy were super wasted, making out and heavy petting in the common area, making everyone uncomfortable. So they got up to go to the room, and Elliot talked to Ben about whether it was a good idea or not. Ben told him it was not before they left together. Now I'm fully willing to believe Ben on this. Arden told me the same thing. Leading up to the con, Nancy had been talking to Helen and I for weeks about fucking Elliot and doing the BDSM stuff with him that her husband wouldn't do. Honestly, I was excited for her. She was in what she described as a loveless and sexless marriage. I'd hoped this was a window of escape for her. I messaged her first in the morning, told her what Ben had told me, asked if it was fun, etc. That was when she told me that he had assaulted her on the steps on the way to the hotel room. I was livid and disgusted by what she reported to me. She had Patty send me the same email that she sent the Gleasons and a few others. We started a group to help Nancy through all of this and assist her and Patty with deciding how to move forward. We were absolutely there for her. I must have read that letter 100 times. In the coming weeks, I was scheduled to share a rental house with share a rental house in Austin with Elliot and Helen, and I refused to stay with him. We were her support network. We all got together and had long conversations with all the parties. Nancy redacted her claims to Helen and I, telling us it was a big misunderstanding about BDSM. It was Nancy who convinced Helen and I to forgive Elliot, who even convinced us to spend time with him in Austin. She told me he was safe and that Helen and I were in no danger around him. Nancy specifically told me I was safe to be with Elliot and he was not a predator. I let him stay in the same house with me. Then her husband found out. I'm just providing context. All right, so first of all, no, our personal relationship does not matter to me when it comes to what happened at Nanocon. The fact that you're telling me, and I believe Bree and Ben live together or used to live together or otherwise rather close. You're telling me that Ben saw them in a questionable state, thought it was not a good idea, is supposed to be a fucking doctor, and then hears all these stories about what happened and has nothing to say to us, says nothing about it. I just find that disturbing. That again, where are the men at? Where are the men at? Why isn't Ben coming forward and saying, yeah, I saw Elliot that night with her before this happened, and yeah, I thought it was super fucked up. And then all this stuff about, all this buildup and all this sort of sexual. First of all, why are you telling me this? Why are you throwing her name under the bus? And again, what does all of this have to do with what happened to her? Again, notice how everything is either before or after. There's nothing and they're not saying it didn't happen. They're saying, oh, she didn't want us talking about it. She decided to forgive him. All the stuff that hopefully Sumami and others have laid out for you. Also, again, remember that Patty has been candid from the beginning about him contacting her and the pattern of contact being problematic and coercive. And here they are using that pattern of coercive manipulation against the victim while literally virtue signaling about how they were in her corner and supporting her. Again, this is just utterly disgusting behavior. I'm not sure what you've been. Okay, so that is my messages there. With Bree. All right. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out where my slides are. There. Okay. Now, here she even says in here, I messaged her first thing in the morning, told her what Ben had told me, asked if it was fun. That's when she told me he had assaulted her on the steps on the way to the hotel room. I was livid and disgusted by what she reported to me. She and Patty sent me the same email that she sent the Gleasons and a few others. All right, let's see. Maybe I read that part before. Sorry. This is all stressful. I don't know why my slide's not moving forward. All right. We started a group to help Nancy through all of this and assist her and Patty with deciding how to move forward. We were absolutely there for her. I must have read that letter 100 times. In the coming weeks, I was scheduled to share a rental house in Austin, and I refused to stay with him. We were her support network. We all got together and had long conversations. I think I've read this part, sorry. Yeah, okay. All right. Helen is Hell's Bells. She comes up in the Facebook thread. To me, she's one of the central people that people are citing and has been going against Nancy and all this. But I don't have DMs from her. I just have her in here because I wanted to make sure I addressed everyone that is on the thumbnail. You'll see stuff from her in the Facebook thread, which by the way is public. All right, here's Seth, ambushed apostate. Let's check out this fucked up ass letter he sent to Patty. This is really gross. Let's see, there we go. Let's open it. Let's see where it's gonna pop up. I don't know what screen it popped up on. Let's see if it's here. There we go. Oops. It must be on the screen. There we go. All right. I don't know why it's taking forever to pull up. All right, here we go. Patty, I'm going to cut straight to it because I'm up to speed on everything. I'm not here to attack you or to question you about anything. I'm deeply hurt by how you have handled this, and I'm heartbroken that our paths are forking. I'm only here because I have one request. I make this request on behalf of several creators in the community that you helped cultivate, the same one that if I would not have found when I did, I'm not sure I'd have made it. The community you poured your heart into that helped so many people heal as a direct result. Thank you so much for what you've done here. I mean that as genuinely as I possibly can, but the time has come to part ways. Now is the perfect opportunity to start a new channel in a different sphere because you can't continue Apostate Sisters without Victim. You will do great big things in the political movement, and we knew that when we gave you when you gave your speech at Nanocon. I have no doubt about that part, but please make your farewell video, keep it united and positive, give any excuse that you want that makes sense, and go in peace. Please, Patty, everyone wants this to end peacefully and end now. No more police reports, no more courts, no more drama, no more tears, and no more broken relationship. It has to end. Elliot is not seeking prosecution in any way and just wants everything to end. Please let it. The alternative is it turns into an ugly back and forth, and those suck for everyone. If there are any waves made about this false Nanocon incident, please hear me clearly. This is not a threat in any way. I do care about you, Patty. I'm telling you this because I don't want this information hurting your activism down the road. But the information will come out and the outcome will be what it is. I will absolutely respond with complete transparency in the most public of ways. I will defend the victim in this case with every piece of information I have that will help his case, and I will be in the courtroom every second of the trial because neither you nor victim will be smearing someone else. I also got too close to as a very intense fire. But first, I'll have to explain why I'm involved at all, because I wasn't at Nanocon. So here's your truth, and you know how much I value the truth. The truth is I had a front row seat to the whole entire shit show because Victim and I have been talking since the ARC protest. She ghosted the day we couldn't get in touch with her, August 17th. She tried to initiate a physical affair with me multiple times, and because I'm growing as a person, I told her no repeatedly. On top of that, and despite that, nothing physical between us. We talked so often that I started falling in love with your sister and needed to cut ties if she was staying with her husband. Sorry, that wasn't redacted. She ghosted me the weekend before I was going to tell her, and I didn't get the chance. I emailed her a letter, not sure if she ever got it, but at this point I'm completely indifferent regarding Victim. That's the truth. I bring this up to you because everything is saved to the ungodly amount of text messages and all the call logs, to take full responsibility for my actions of putting myself into a morally questionable situation. I will address it head on with absolute full transparency. No matter the embarrassment I take for playing with fire, I'm single, so won't be breaking up a relationship, and my kids will understand and hopefully forgive me for not being perfect. All the other creators involved in this know about it and understand how and why it could happen. None of them have judged me for making a bad decision and opening that door. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Here's a Google Drive link. If you think I'm lying, notice there's no Google Drive link actually included. Let's move on so I can grow. Other content creators are willing to release their conversations about this incident as well. So please, Patty, let's not make this ugly. So many people have already been hurt really deeply over such a stupid lie. Those of us staying here to continue the work in this community would like to do so peacefully. I'll never speak negatively of you or Victim in a public setting, and will encourage people to look at your videos for really good info on cults. It's irreplaceable and the birthplace of so many amazing connections. I'd hope you would leave those up so they can continue to help people. Whatever y'all decide to do, I wish you all the best and appreciate the role you played in my life. I hate that things played out this way. I want y'all to sit here and think for a moment about how much of an obvious fucking coercive motherfucking manipulative fucking threat this is, and what an absolute piece of shit Seth Henderson is while I take a fucking bite of my goddamn food. All right, next piece of shit. Well, we know why they're trying so hard to stop the stream. We know why. Funny thing, they showed up looking for receipts, but then they want to stop us from being able to provide them. Again, make it make sense. Supposed to be skeptics, but supposed to want to see all the evidence, hear all the claims, explore all the sides, but man, they really do want to silence us for some odd reason. All right, we're going to talk about John Gleason and then Casey Gleason. Casey Gleason again comes up in the Facebook thread that we'll get to, but here's an email I received from Godless Engineer. This is an email GE sent to me to discourage me from doing my stream on 12/9/25. In it, he claims that Nancy and Patty are lying. Jay, before you do your stream tonight, you should know that Nancy and Patty are lying. And there is a lot of evidence demonstrating so. Initially, we were on Nancy's side of this until her lies started to unravel her story, which led to the police not only dropping charges against Elliot, but also wanting them to file charges against her for filing a false report. If you want more of the story or evidence, let me know and I'll get it to you. Again, is this me just recklessly fucking starting goddamn malicious drama, or is this me minding my goddamn business trying to speak about something terrible that happened in our community and people offering me unsolicited shit that I did not fucking ask for? And again, it's funny how people keep telling me everyone supported her, everyone believes her, everybody knows that this happened, but at the same time, she's fucking lying. Again, make it make sense. Like Sumami said, they cannot keep the motherfucking story straight if their life depended on it. Seth isn't... oh God, why do y'all keep talking about her goddamn affairs? Like, it's so obvious that y'all know she was assaulted. It's so obvious that you know she was assaulted because you cannot offer anything to show it did not happen. All you can do is impugn her character about whatever she allegedly did before or after. Here's Dr. Ben. Again, just a reminder, this is from the message that Bree sent to me. I did not ask for this. Ben and I talked that night before any accusations at all came forward. He told me that Elliot and Nancy were super wasted, making out and heavy petting in the common area, making everyone uncomfortable. So they got up to go to the room, and Elliot talked to Ben about whether it was a good idea or not. Ben told them it was not before they left together. Now I'm fully willing to believe Ben on this. Arden told me the same thing. And oh yeah, we'll get to Arden. Here's Miss Maya Adkison. Hi, Jay. Is your stream about SR? Question mark. If so, I'm really concerned you don't have all the information. And then here is her sending me this message from KC. It absolutely is serious when someone files a false police report about sexual assault and video evidence proves they lied. What video evidence? Where is the video evidence? There is no video evidence. None of you have seen evidence. We don't even think Nancy's seen the goddamn evidence. And there was no camera in the goddamn stairwell. There is no video evidence. And yes, here's another person accusing Nancy and Patty are lying. And here's another fucking woman who these people turned to, who was very close, not only to the fucking not only had access to the people involved, but had access to the fucking private chats and all the shit where Nancy and Patty were seeking support, is closely associated with the women that they turn to, and again, throwing them under the fucking bus. Stay out of my shit. Stop acting like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. There's a reason your ass is on the motherfucking thumbnail as a motherfucking flying monkey, because literally you are doing what flying monkeys do. You are raising up the motherfucking perpetrator on eagle's wings and publicly fucking dismantling the reputation of the goddamn victim. Get the fuck out of here. But of course, these are people who are never wrong, so don't expect much from them. Ember Belrad, here we go. Better than fucking Ember. The motherfucking victim. The motherfucking perpetual victim of all victims. Hey, I'm trying to track down the vector of some really damaging rumors running through the community. To be blunt about it, people are threatening AJ because several months back, Nancy of Apostate Sisters accused SR of raping her at Nanocon. I don't know how much you know about that situation, but people coming after other people based on that rumor is a different problem. The reason I'm asking you is because nobody has heard from Nancy in months, and you seem to be the only person Patty has really talked to in a long time, too, that we can see. Anyway, I'm not suggesting you did anything wrong. I just see people being attacked over this, and I need to ask, is there anything you know about all this? Now, again, I know these flying monkeys are trying to do fucking damage control and exposure control and narrative control and a whole bunch of other psychologically fucking traumatizing shit we don't really have time to get all the way the fuck into tonight. But this is a quick and dirty review of the motherfucking bullshit. And yeah, we will have plenty of time to redress these motherfuckers, but I'm so sick of these motherfuckers acting like we don't know what the fuck is going on. All I said is the only goddamn thing any of you should be fucking saying, which is we should support the survivor, period, end of story, nothing else to say about it. Being a survivor myself, as well as a humanist, I of course agree. Now I ought to make plan. I got brought into this whole thing by Patty. The day Nancy went radio silent, a whole bunch of us were worried about her. Me, Bree, Maya, Ryan, Helen, again, telling on themselves. Now we know. Now we know. There's them telling us. There's them telling us. Again, we didn't ask for this shit. We didn't ask for any of this. You keep telling on yourselves. They went and tell us, here's the group they turned to. Me, Bree, Maya, Ryan, Helen, and Patty. And look who the hell is throwing her under the bus. Wouldn't you know? What a surprise. A whole bunch of us. All right. And Patty showed us the letter Nancy had sent to GE and KC. I talked to Stacy to get her account of the aftermath. Damn. And I was 100% ready to drive to Indiana and see if Nancy was okay, because the immediate concern was that her husband had found out and become violent with her. So then it was probably a really good idea for AJ to send her husband a fucking letter or email saying, oh, by the way, did you know your wife enjoys getting essayed for funsie on the side, even though y'all also said she has little to no experience in BDSM. Again, y'all are skeptics. Make it make sense. I was 100%. All right. So then some additional facts came to light. There's a lot. I'll get right to the most important part. There's hotel security camera footage. The story isn't true. Again, what hotel security camera footage are these motherfuckers talking about? Please make it make sense. To my knowledge, nobody ever confronted Patty about it. She's in an impossible position and has to put her sister first. But at the time, it seemed like Nancy had permanently separated herself from the community, and so there wasn't really any point spreading word of the whole mess to people who weren't already involved. But if the story is spreading again, if it's getting people who had nothing to do with any of this attacked by some guilt by association thing, that's a problem. For the record, motherfuckers, y'all are the ones who started spreading this shit around again. When Nancy cut y'all asses off and y'all realized y'all were gonna lose control of the fucking narrative, y'all went out and jumped in front of it and tried to fucking tell us all that Nancy and Patty were fucking lying. Y'all are the motherfucking reason people started talking about this shit again. And y'all are the motherfuckers she turned to and y'all threw her under the bus. And then when Sumami correctly called out the women in this community for not standing in solidarity with fucking women, y'all pretended Sumami was a transphobe and a misogynist and all this goddamn bullshit, knowing good goddamn well that wasn't motherfucking true. Also, you could center yourselves, play the motherfucking victim, put a fucking movie clip, a fucking meme of me saying, if they die, they die, which is literally a motherfucking Rocky quote that everybody knows Uncle Bobby uses all the time, and I fucking steal his shit because that's my homie. Fuck out of here. Again, you have played the victim, monetized it, grifted off of it, and added to your please send me money so I don't die, and everybody hates me, and everybody's a transphobe. Even the motherfuckers all of y'all know have been fiercely fighting for trans people, even harder than those motherfucking trans people. But y'all knew that, and y'all just let them throw us under the fuck bus anyway, so fuck the rest of y'all. Not those that are keeping it real, but y'all know who you are. Tried to talk to Sue, and again, look at this. Keep cosplaying, bitch. Keep cosplaying and begging, bitch. You are not safe. Again, y'all are not safe to be around. And I don't believe shit you say, you dirty fucking lying cunt, dirty rape apologist. Fuck you. You ain't no woman. Boom. You have it right there. But of course, Ember had to play the fucking victim, take it and twist it around, pretending that Sumami saying y'all are not safe to be around is her saying, I'm going to roll up on you and shoot you with my 9mm. And even if it was like, what the fuck? Y'all are being called out. But again, what do y'all want to do? Play the victim, twist it around. Oh, clutch your fucking pearls, and then do what? Threaten to, you cancel everybody, cut them off, tell everybody to stop talking to them, and then what? Threaten to sue? Yeah, y'all are real fucking tough people. Again, y'all are never dodging the fucking accusations of hiding behind your motherfucking proximity to whiteness and doing the most white supremacist shit ever. Oh, I was called out, I was criticized, I was held accountable, I'm calling my lawyer. Fuck each and every last one of you. All right, next idiot, Durante Lamar. What is Durante Lamar's role in this? He heard what happened directly from the victim and hasn't said a goddamn thing. Plans to speak at next year's Nanocon. He's a fake ass motherfucking preacher. He's a community organizing fraud, and he's an unsafe grifter. Again, paging Durante Lamar. Durante Lamar has blown off so many people and no-showed, no-called so many fucking events, blown so many motherfuckers off, but who gives a fuck? He's a fucking, again, fake-ass, grifty-ass, nasty-ass, motherfucking gross-ass preacher. And again, if y'all don't want my ass to be up here talking about this, if y'all don't want me doing fucking all-night fucking streams about this shit, here's a motherfucking suggestion. Why don't one of these grown-ass men that was allegedly so much closer to this than we are, that were there, that heard what the fuck happened, why didn't they speak out about it? And why instead are they protecting their ability? And didn't I tell y'all dumbasses not to fucking send me fucking super chats? You stupid, whatever. I'm just gonna donate the money to fucking Nancy anyway. Keep sending me fucking money. I'm sending every fucking dime to fucking, what is that? $5? We'll go through and count it all up and send it to Nancy. Thanks. Dumb motherfuckers. Told y'all not to send super chats. Bitch, I don't give a fuck what you got to say. Don't care about you. Not even reading your fucking comment. Don't give a fuck. Fuck off. Don't give a shit. Don't owe y'all a goddamn explanation. Joe, y'all already heard, should not be organizing events. Wants everybody to shut up. He's not safe. Don't go to fucking Joe's event, because if somebody throws your motherfucking ass down the stairs, Joe's gonna tell everybody to shut up and move on. Next, Marin, misinterpretations, you stupid hoe. Hey Jay, I'm sorry, it's been a long time since I messaged you. I had 4 rehearsals and 4 gigs this week. Jay, oh my goodness, please take down your flying monkeys video. There is hardly one truth in it. Seriously, I'm worried you could be in legal trouble for what you and others have said about SR. There's been a full investigation complete with video from the hotel. What video? And SR has been completely exonerated of any wrongdoing. Bullshit. People kept quiet because Nancy asked them to. If you want the whole balanced story, please talk to AJ, Ways the Human. Yeah, what a great authority on fucking victim support. I know you trusted Patty to have the facts, just like you should have, you dumb bitch. But she did not convey what really happened. We are still very concerned about Nancy's well-being. Okay, cool. Then I'm sure y'all are going to dogpile on fucking AJ for sending that inappropriate shit to her husband, the way y'all been dogpiling on Nancy and Patty and PC and Tsumami and Kyle, right? 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 No, you're not, because you're a bunch of fucking lying cunts. But this video is not the way to support her. Yeah, you're right. You're right. None of this is the fucking way to support her. Yep. Yep, that includes this motherfucking response. Yep. This is that motherfucking nasty, take it to the streets, pour all your business out there in the motherfucking streets, and y'all are the reason this is necessary. Had y'all just shut the fuck up or supported the victim from the beginning, knowing good and goddamn well what actually happened, none of this would have happened. No, these flying monkeys that you are in league with are the ones who made this happen. So don't fucking sit here and act now like you give a fuck about her reputation or her well-being. Shut the fuck up, you lying cunts. 2 guys don't have the story, and I can't even watch them. I know Tsumami verbally attacked some witnesses and others and threatened them with physical harm. Also did not happen. Watch the motherfucking stream. Again, you stupid cunt. We need to keep them safe, not wrongly accuse SR. You're more worried about Tsumami saying mean words to people than you are Elliot actually throwing a woman down the stairs. No. No, no, no. You do not get to virtue signal about you're concerned about big bad Tsumami when you were not concerned that Elliot threw Nancy down the stairs. Shut the fuck up. I have nothing, no one hears shit from any of you. Didn't ask for this. Again, I don't even know why you sent me this bullshit. We need to keep them safe, not wrongly accuse R. I'm no legal mind, but I think your video is dangerously close to defamation per se. No, bitch. Defamation proves that you demonstrate, 1, I knew the shit wasn't true. 2, I went ahead and lied about it anyway. And 3, you then have to prove that I did damages. And so 1, I'm showing all the motherfucking receipts that show exactly why the fuck I said what the fuck I said. Try again, you dumb legal cunt. Dumb fucking cunt. Dumb, 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 dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. And yeah, you just assumed you knew more. You knew more about me than the law. I wonder why you assumed you knew more about me. You knew more than me. Wonder what made you make that fucking clearly mistaken assumption. Wonder why. I'm no legal mind, but I think, again, that's a motherfucking legal threat, and you know it. And again, y'all are never beating the accusations of prioritizing and moving in proximity to white supremacy. Again, people were called out over a woman getting thrown downstairs, and y'all threatened to sue because your friends were called out for not showing their support. I just want you all to do that. You literally, you know, and again, like Tsumami said, it proves that you know nothing about moving in solidarity with marginalized communities. Definitely shows you are not in the queer culture, and shows you do not truly value diversity. Y'all do not, and I'm calling a spade a spade. This whole community is rotted with motherfucking white supremacy. Y'all don't know how to fucking move in solidarity with queer motherfuckers or diverse motherfuckers. You only know how to move in solidarity with coons who fucking move also in solidarity to the same white supremacist internet rot, terminally online, debate bro, philosophy bro bullshit. When real motherfuckers get real, y'all clutch your pearls, claim you're threatened, call everybody a bigot, and literally run to call your fucking lawyers. Fuck each and every last one of you. Again, you are not beating the accusations anytime soon. I don't mean to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what to do. I'm just really concerned for your well-being too. Let's talk soon. You have absolutely no motherfucking concern for my well-being, and you're literally threatening me for speaking out against one of my friends being thrown down fucking stairs at a goddamn atheist convention. Fuck you and every goddamn thing you stand for. Kelly King, y'all see come up in the Facebook thread. That motherfucking dumb bitch just fell in with the wrong crowd, but is now ride or die for the absolute goons and motherfucking flying monkeys, and you will see her flying monkeying in the goddamn Facebook thread. And if you're that motherfucking impatient to see your ass dragged and understand what the fuck is going on, pull up Drew Beckius's goddamn Facebook thread. The shit is fucking public, and read it yourself. These motherfuckers want everybody to know what happened and everybody to fucking see the receipts and everybody to fucking understand what the fuck they're saying. The shit is public. Go look at it. And you will see that bitch Kelly King's name in there, and you will see her being a fucking flying monkey, piling on top of fucking Drew and throwing the whistleblowers under the bus. Again, fuck each and every last one of you. And Mandisa, I would highly suggest you go holla at your girl, because your girl is going to get your organization pulled into this fucking mess and dumpster fire as well, because y'all are making her the next star of black non-believers. And she is out here with these flying monkeys throwing this woman under the bus, and is going to have black non-believers added to the motherfucking boycott. Like I said, Mandisa, holla at your girl. Holla at your girl, because your other girl, hopefully, because I know Mandisa was in Kentucky with me, where we was having a house party, and where definitely I'm hoping you was bumping into Nancy, because she was definitely out there. So I know that you're not gonna fucking stand for this bullshit where this woman got tossed down the stairs and we're motherfucking defending SR. But we gonna see how y'all move. Y'all tell us. Here's Purple's bullshit. Let's just get to that. Oh Lord, there's just so much of this fucking nonsense. Let's see here. We got Purple Rhymes with Orange. Never got to see the full discussion with you, Sumami Patty. I wasn't able to find it when I went back on your channel. Bullshit. It's literally the most viewed thing on my damn channel. Do you still have it? I'm having people tell me third-hand accounts, so I want to go close to source. I want to go back as close to the source to try to understand this mess. I dropped the link on her. I said, and listen to this, y'all. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this shit right here. I literally dropped the link on fucking Purple Rhymes with Orange. Purple Rhymes with Orange, who I also stayed with in Kentucky. You know me, Purple, and you know how I fucking operate. And you know getting goddamn well I'm not a motherfucking transphobe, and neither is Sumami. So fuck you and everything you stand for. And even in Joe's video, y'all don't believe me, Joe made a long ass stream. Go watch that shit. He's all, oh, let's put this all aside and forget this. Why? So we can all have a good time for Purple's stream. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to take my word for it. Y'all are the fucking skeptics, right? Go back and watch that motherfucker stream, and you will see him literally throw this whole shit under the bus, tell us to shut the fuck up and forget about it, so we can all hold hands and sing happy Christmas carols on motherfucking Purple stream. Again, if you don't believe me, go watch him say it for yourself. And I said to her, if you could find a way to reach out to PC, because again, not only am I witnessing what's been done to Nancy, not only am I seeing what these motherfuckers have done to motherfucking Patty, I am watching every day up close this shit rip apart Sumami, PC, and Kyle, and I can't take it. Letting you know right now, I can't take it. We done all cried too many fucking tears. I know how much I really don't know PC and how much I really don't know Sumami, because these are very fucking sensitive and emotive fucking women. Sumami's a fucking sweetheart in all of us. All of us in the fucking virtual office crew are some motherfucking crybabies. and the fact that y'all be acting like PC and Tsubami and Kyle are these fucking monsters that y'all are afraid of. Y'all are wild. Y'all are wild. And y'all want to talk about misogyny? The way y'all have seen these women come forward as victims themselves and speak up on behalf of the victims, and then y'all harass them, threaten to sue them, isolate them, alienate, and throw them all the way under the bus. Yeah. Something wrong with y'all who raised y'all. Moving right along. Like I said, if you could find a way to reach out to PC and show her some love, that would be amazing. She's really trying to take a stand for Nancy, but she's lost a lot of friends over it. And Purple's dumbass says, I'm trying to get a handle on what happened, but at this point, I'm just confused about what was said. What was said to who is Purple's concern. I said, what do you mean what was said to who? Nancy was assaulted by SR. Here's Purple. Everyone agrees on that. Y'all, they said we ain't got no motherfucking receipts, y'all. Y'all make it make sense. I just showed you motherfuckers saying she's lying. I just showed you motherfuckers saying there's video evidence. I just showed you motherfuckers saying he's completely exonerated. I just showed you motherfuckers saying Patty and Nancy are lying. I just showed you motherfuckers saying it didn't happen. And here's Purple. I said, what do you mean what was said to who? Nancy was assaulted by SR. Everyone agrees on that. I'm going to just let it marinate. I got to take another bite. Let it marinate. I told y'all I sat in this fucking chair to do work today. I told y'all motherfuckers I sat in this chair to do work today. I think I'm fucking playing. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. Everyone agrees on that, which is why I'm confused about why this is causing a rift and why Sumami went on the attack. Again, the issue here, y'all, is not that a woman was thrown downstairs and assaulted. The issue here is that Sumami told a group of women, including both trans and cis women, that their woman card was getting pulled for not supporting a woman who was the victim of a sexual assault. And the issue, the problem in the community that needs to be addressed is why Sumami went on the attack. Again, fuck each and every last one of you. And once again, for the record, you do not get to pick and choose. You do not get to sit there in your comfortable fucking silence while people are victimized and you do absolutely nothing and then think you get to motherfucking tone police and you get to pick who the whistleblowers are going to be. And only after said whistleblowers have passed your fucking purity test and delivered the fucking message in a way you approve of can that said whistleblower be trusted. No. Nope, nope, nope. You know who the motherfuckers that stood with the goddamn victim and her support system are? Yeah, their names are Kyle, PC, and Sumami. You know who decided to actually fucking hang on to this thing and make sure the community did not let this go? Her name is fucking Kyle. Do you want to know who decided to go public and make sure this shit is known and doesn't let the rot go further in this community in an effort to, I don't know, actually fucking protect people? Yeah, that was Sumami. So since the rest of y'all did not do a goddamn thing, I don't want to hear shit about who you would have preferred to be the whistleblowers, how you would have preferred they go about it. You don't have a fucking say in that. You don't get to fucking choose. You're stuck with the motherfucking whistleblowers you got. And for my goddamn money, I wouldn't want to have there's no better team you could have. Some shit goes down, somebody fucks me all the way up. You know who I trust to fucking handle business? Sumami, PC, Kyle, and Patty. You know who I don't trust? Not a single goddamn other person in this space except for a select few who know who they are. That's the reality. That's the reality. That's the reality. All right, so everyone agrees on that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I said because the women, Nancy and Patty turned to are not supporting Nancy. They said they're lying. That's why Sumami attacked them, not for not standing with the victim. Them continuing to make this about them being insulted is the most delusional, self-centered shit imaginable, and it's a bit ridiculous that that's become the focus instead of the assault of Nancy. Bree, Maya, Ember, Helen, they have been leading a campaign to undermine Nancy and assassinate their character, and now they are bullying the whistleblowers, clutching their pearls because they were called out. This is why I'm asking, because there is obviously a lot that happened that I was not aware of. I know, Perp, I'm just in shock. I thought I knew these people. I thought they would stand with the victim. I'm learning about so much manipulation of Nancy and bullying Patty. Now they are making this all about Sumami, calling them out, and everyone is cutting off PC, and she's so hurt because she's just trying to do the right thing. And these people know what happened. Nancy confided in some and Patty confided in the same people. They're still calling them liars, but they want everyone to feel bad for them. It's exposing a rot in our community. I didn't hear about anyone bullying Patty, and I can't say anything about that. Well, now you have. Sumami did go way beyond calling people out and using incredibly insulting digs. Nobody gives a shit. That can never help and get anyone to listen to your point or do the right thing. I totally disagree. You know what all you motherfuckers are doing? You're fucking listening. So fuck off. fuck right off. This shit had to be called out. And none of y'all fucking show up to my streams any other goddamn time. So fuck right off. Actually, thank you to Sumami for being so motherfucking abrasive with your asses, because it gets your fucking attention, because we know how to make your dumb asses uncomfortable. And it took making your dumb asses uncomfortable before you would even pay this the proper attention. So thank you, Sumami, and thank you, Kyle, and thank you, PC. And I'm very, 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 very sorry that nobody other than Patty has bothered to thank you. And I wonder why Patty's so grateful. I really do. No one is calling Patty or Nancy a liar. Purple, I'm showing you. I showed you. So hopefully now you could dead that whole thing. And everyone seems to agree that Nancy should have pressed charges. She did. From what I understand, it was Nancy's spouse who convinced her to not take any legal action. Again, her spouse is the reason she refused to take legal action, but her spouse is the only reason she took legal action. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. All right. Who's next? Justin from Deconstruct has a previous history of ignoring platforming concern, knew about SR. Matter of fact, said he was concerned about SR's creepiness, yet has done nothing to address the issues. Let's take a quick gander over here, because Justin likes to be, he's the new star of the fucking motherfucking atheist experience. Here you go. We can see here. This is the atheist experience page, and you can see, damn, 10 hours ago, Justin, a day ago, SR. Here's some more SR. Here's some more Justin. Here's some more, 2-for-1 special. There's Justin and GE, and more GE, and lots of GE, and lots of GE and Justin, and lots of SR. Now, I know, Justin, this is so unfair, right? Because nobody told you about this. You totally didn't know about this. Nobody ever raised these concerns to you, and you totally didn't know. But if you knew, you would totally have done something. You would totally not be willing to be the face of AXP if they are hiding this type of thing. And you totally abhorred and you stand against this, and you will absolutely not be on the atheist experience anymore until they handle this matter with SR. You know what happened? You know what I did when I found out what happened? Yeah, I immediately told Skeptic Haven I wouldn't be hosting Black Free Thinkers there any longer until they completely cut all ties with him. Your turn. I know this is so unfair. How could I throw him under the bus? How he didn't do anything. He didn't. Okay. I get it. He didn't have anything to do with it. He's totally innocent. You didn't know, right, Justin? You didn't know. Nobody told you about this. Come tell us. Come tell us this is the first time you heard of it. The first time you heard about this incident at Nanocon was today, right, Justin? Or maybe my stream, December 9th, when I did my stream. That was the first time you heard about it. You never heard about it before that, right? Didn't hear about it, did you? No, you wouldn't have heard about it and continue to let AXP platform him anyway and totally ignore the situation. That's not. I know I'm being so unfair to Justin. Justin would never do that. I'm sure Justin will come forward and clear all this up right away. I'm sure he's going to make post haste and clearing this right. Or maybe I'll get an angry letter from his lawyer. We'll see. We'll see how y'all want to move. We will see how y'all want to move. Here's Wes. All right, next up. Maybe you heard about the conclusions. That's a good. Maybe you should tell us that. And then definitely knowing that the conclusions mean nothing happened, right? And the conclusions mean that nothing should be said in the community. And the conclusions mean that we should ignore it, right? Right, and we should just sing Christmas carols. Purple stream. Got it right. Go fuck yourselves. Here we go. Here's fucking Wes. Me and Wes were having a previous conversation about customizing a t-shirt for Skeptic Haven, and here you go. That I can do, but Wes, I gotta tell you, I will not be hosting any more shows on Skeptic Haven until you guys formally sever ties with SR. We have to stand with the victims in our community. Elliot Wes says, Elliot did message me a week ago, but I didn't know what to say to him, so still haven't answered him. I didn't want to book him, though. Motherfucker had already been on Skeptic Haven. Okay, I got distracted earlier. Anyway, SR isn't booked or anything, and he left the board a long time ago. Okay, but now you got it. And I said, I think I just copied that message in twice. Let's keep going. I said, I want you, he said, I sent you a message on Facebook already, but just wondered if you have anything more to add about SR incident before we make any decisions on it. And if you know any of the witnesses or talk to Nancy or anything that you find important for Skeptic Haven to know, please tell me to further decide what to do about it. Again, y'all have nothing to do with it. It's not appropriate for y'all to take any action. You didn't really want to book him. He's not a part of the organization anyway, but now all of a sudden you're going to do an investigation. Interesting. I said there are plenty of times a murder victim's family doesn't want to press charges or decides to quote unquote forgive the murderer. The court and community are not going to ignore that a murder took place and then blame it on the family. These are separate issues. He said, I agree. The victim doesn't want what the sister wants. Boy, y'all really gonna wear this Patty shot. And again, nobody was talking shit about Patty. Nobody called Patty a liar. Nobody was bullying Patty. Nobody said anything fucked up to Patty. Everybody just running around saying Patty's doing this against her sister's will. And it's not SR. It's not SR who violated Nancy's consent. It's her sister. It's her sister, who, by the way, was apparently so excited also for her to be in consensual non-consent that she was going to let Nancy get kind of fantasy graped, you know, like the consensual grape, you know, the CNC grape. She was going to let her do that in her hotel room with her child staying in it. Patty was like, listen, my daughter just needs, come on, motherfuckers, what are y'all talking about? And all that fucking shit about she wanted him to go back to the room and da-da-da-da. And then y'all also say she really wasn't that drunk. So she's not drunk. A lot of people said she was clear thinking, but somehow she wants to take this man back to her room to grape her in front of her sister and her niece. In front of her sister and her niece. I'm gonna let y'all know more than me. Y'all know more than us. So y'all know how this makes sense. Y'all know how to connect the dots and fill in the fucking shit to make it all make sense. Yep, got it. I said this has nothing to do with being skeptical. To agree the victims shouldn't we be wanting to side with Nancy, not Patty? I said this has nothing to do with being skeptical. People hiding behind their skepticism are fucking cowards. I repeat, people hiding behind their skepticism are fucking cowards. They are using skepticism to demand that the victim prove she was assaulted or that her advocates prove they are following her wishes. And the people who brought it out have to prove they did so according to her wishes. That is not skepticism. It's being invasive because you didn't have the moral clarity to do what's right, and you keep shifting the burden back on the victim, their support system, and the whistleblowers. What part of the game is this? Who raised y'all? Anyway, I don't know yet when board can meet, but I will inform you when it happens if you'd like. I said the problem is you already know what happened, but you want to make it the burden of other people to justify your decision. You have been told by the victim's sister what happened. When all is said and done, everyone will understand that should have been all the information you needed. If you have anything to add to give the board, I'll gladly pass it forward or talk to Sonny too, if you'd like to follow what people are saying about it. Were you there that night or know who all was? Just curious. I'm going to go back to watching movie with the wife. I don't do that often enough, but talk soon as I find out more. When would you be free to talk a little about SR situation with Cole and I maybe? There's a lot to this story that you've not heard. And if you have info on this, I don't, from reading the receipts, it'd be good to stay open-minded and communicate to come to any agreement on all this. And still, some parties are not going to be happy. But if willing, I'd like to hear your side of all this. If you were there or where you got your information from. I've been listening to Nancy mostly since she doesn't agree with Patty. I don't think Patty is lying necessarily, but Nancy is the victim. So that's kind of where we are on the Facebook chats and on Drew's post. More info came forth that you might want to check out too. And can you tell us what you were told? Cull and I, if you don't mind him coming, he's got a lot he's heard so far too. Cull is our new call screener for the call-in shows. Not sure if you know him. So again, they had nothing to do with it, but now they're doing the investigation. They already heard from Patty, but actually Patty's not siding with Nancy, so they're siding with Nancy, even though they haven't heard from Nancy and no one's heard from Nancy. So who are they hearing from? AJ. I'm just gonna tell you it's AJ. I'm just gonna tell you it's AJ. I'm just gonna tell you it's AJ. Just whatever. I'm gonna tell you right now it's AJ. All right, and I said, and then he says to me, by the way, that was a straw man. I and those I know are not doing that at all. They are simply finding messages by Nancy that conflict with what Patty has said, and Nancy was there during the incident. Patty was on another floor. No, she was going to that floor. Remember, Nancy was going to the room with Patty downstairs because she was gonna fuck SR in front of Patty and her niece. Y'all gotta get it together, man. Most of us are believing Nancy and not blaming Nancy at all, but wanting Nancy's wishes to be respected. She says at one point that Patty isn't listening to her sister. Y'all literally ran with that shit from AJ. Literally ran with that shit from AJ. This isn't to blame Nancy at all. For me, it's complicated. Oh, it's complicated. Always complicated with y'all. Stressful. Makes my stomach sick each conversation I have about it. It wasn't even our event. Then why are you doing a fucking investigation? All these people just fact-finding, just all on an innocent fact-finding mission. Anyway, still like to hear from you for your side of things. And again, I don't think Patty is lying, but she isn't respecting what Nancy has said away from her and her husband. All a fucking mess, isn't it? So again, Patty's not lying, but she won't say what Nancy wants to say. But it didn't happen. I don't get it. Once it becomes clear that something happened at the event, it needs to be handled accordingly, including dealing with the offending party. People are, once again, blaming Nancy for their organizational desire to look the other way. Quote, we're being quiet to honor Nancy's wishes. Stop. That's disgusting, is what I said. Because that is fucking disgusting. We are being silent to honor Nancy's wishes. You are blaming the victim for your inability to do the right thing. What a bunch of fucking cowards. Next, this fucking asshole, Titan Uranus. Oh, by the way, Titan has a list. He keeps a list of all the mods, and there's like a golden tier list, which of course PC used to be on. There's a annoying but useful list, and there's a ban instantly list. Most of us have been slowly working our way through demotion after demotion, but I know they're gonna accuse us of cancel culture and all this fucking bullshit. Titan has a motherfucking list. Fuck right off with this motherfucking coward. And there's a reason you weren't on the goddamn thumbnail, because you're literally fucking nobody, but everybody fucking relies on this motherfucker. So hopefully y'all see the type of asshole he is. PC said, I heard from a few that secular Rarity assaulted Nancy. He went as far as to apologize for it in the meeting. This from credible sources. You didn't hear it from this little bird, though. I'm so disappointed in him. Titan says, thank you. That confirms what I was hearing. Nancy from Apostate Sisters, ? Yes. I'm going to copy that text to confirm that at least there's a rumor to my source. And please let me know if you hear anything else. I will leave your name out, ? Thumbs up. Again, what a fucking idiot. What a fucking asshole. And again, leader of the goddamn campaign against Umami, PC, and Kyle. Titan Uranus. Titan Uranus. Go fuck yourself, bro. Go fuck yourself. Elliot Cantor. Cool. Yeah. Me and Patty, we good with canceling ourselves. We don't want anything to do with y'all. Fuck off. Can't fire me, I quit, bitch. You can't fire me, I quit. This is the independent investigator, y'all. Everybody keeps saying there was an independent investigator. Cole, shut the fuck up, you bitch made motherfucker. We literally showed y'all fucking text between the motherfucking sisters. Y'all are fucking stupid. And to answer the fucking question, yes, for the 18th millionth time, Patty has been given fucking permission from Nancy to do this shit. And the fact that y'all are gonna have to figure out what you're gonna do when that excuse falls apart. When the fact that they're, I don't know, sisters, And maybe Nancy and Patty had communication that your fucking flying monkey friends are not privy to, and that Patty was actually acting with the consent and full support of her sister. And then you have to confront the fact that you not only didn't listen to the victim, that you didn't listen to the victim's sister, and you didn't listen to the other victims in the community who called the shit out, and instead you engaged in a campaign of harassment and legal threats against those whistleblowers, including the victim's sister. Like, it's going to be a lot harder for y'all. So I'm just saying, like, you literally might want to plan for what you're going to do when that narrative blows up in your fucking face. It's literally blown up in your fucking face tonight, but you're apparently too stupid to see it. So I'm just dedicating another couple minutes to giving you a heads up. Again, everybody wants to talk about this goddamn motherfucking attorney that led this independent investigation. His name is Elliot Cantor. You can look him up and you will find that rape defense lawyer Elliot. This again, we just put his motherfucking name into the goddamn Google machine. So it's just amazing. They all want to talk about the independent investigator. Okay, let's talk about the goddamn independent investigator, y'all. I know we got the information wrong, so clear it up. Tell us this wasn't the guy and this is not him and this has all been a big misunderstanding. And really, you had an independent, truly a super duper expert in like victims advocate and all of that. So tell us who the real investigator was. And we're sure you'll clear all this right up. And they were really, truly a mutual party and a truly expert at this. And they weren't at all acting in a coordinated fashion to protect the organization or the individuals involved in this assault. Go ahead, clear it on up for us. Show us them receipts you got. But this is what we found. And again, we're just a bunch of regular suckers. You know, we're grifting, we're doing this to grow our channels or for our own means. So, you know, we kind of lazy. We ain't really get into the details. We just threw his name into the Google machine. So I'm sure y'all clear this all up. But rape defense lawyer Elliot Cantor will work with you to protect your good name. Depending on the circumstances, we'll try to get the charges dropped or reduced. But the smartest thing you can do is not delay in contacting an experienced attorney for legal advice. Okay, cool. That's who y'all trusted with the investigation? All right, moving right along. Drew started the Flying Monkeys Facebook thread. Stay tuned. We're going to get to it. He did seem to try to come forward and try to make the community aware of what was going on. But, man, I think his responses left a little bit to be desired. Stacey Beckius. Stacey was a witness. Stacey did, I believe, stand up for Nancy. I know Stacey's name was mentioned in the previous stream. I think even Sumami said, you know, she really would put Stacey in a different group than the other people involved. We do think Stacey has shown a lot of concern and consistency throughout this, and different people wanted me to express that, so I wanted to share that. Appreciate you, Stacey, and I do think that you know, I'll be honest, I had more questions myself about why Stacey didn't come forward more forcefully and vocally defend Nancy, and I'm just being candid. But given what we've observed, the harassment campaign against the other supports and the other whistleblowers, I don't blame her for that. I think she probably knew it was futile. And maybe, who knows, tried to you know, help coax Drew in that direction. And Stacey's mom, Dee, also did speak up in the Facebook thread and really point out that there was a lot of victim blaming going on. And again, I think part of this community response has probably silenced them. I could be wrong about that. Maybe they made their own decisions to not come forward for their own reasons. But for my money, the way the community has handled this is certainly not an environment I would consider supportive of whistleblowers and witnesses coming forward. So hopefully that clears things up. I'm sure people will find ways to twist and contort what I'm saying here, but I'm trying to give some much needed clarity and credibility to some of the few actors that I believe deserve it. Again, a bit complex given her relationship with Drew and his central role in that Facebook thread. But again, as far as I've been told, Stacey was part of the support system, and I do think when all of this is said and done, we'll probably have a very powerful testimony, not only about what she experienced and saw, but also what she experienced and witnessed in this aftermath, analyzing the community's response. All right, Glenda Jordan. Okay, so she's in the Facebook thread. Y'all will see Glenda come up more meaningfully in the Facebook thread. I am getting messages or something. Let me pull this down for a second just so I can check real quick, see what's going on. All right. Actually, it's okay, so another thing that I think should be addressed. Drew said in the thread that, and a lot of people have said that Nancy no longer wants her story advanced, and to my understanding, that is a misunderstanding. She doesn't want to participate. She doesn't want to talk about it. That does not mean that her sister does not have her permission to carry her story forward. And again, I'm a bit ashamed that people in this community really need that clarification, that they don't understand the difference between the victim saying, I don't want to deal with y'all, especially when you see the betrayal. Y'all see the fucking betrayal. Let's put a pin in it. You see the motherfucking betrayal. So don't let anybody act surprised that she doesn't want to participate in this process. Now, acting like her sister, therefore, doesn't have her permission to be doing what her sister's doing, as if her sister is not grown enough to know how to move, both in support of her sister and at the same time trying to hold this community account. Again, shame on y'all. Also, Nancy and Patty talking about consensual non-consent on the stream was entirely her reading dark romance, which will return to dark romance, and feeling conflicting about it turning her on, and analyzing the psychology of that. That's what they talked about on their stream at length. And Darrell Ray also claimed that this lawyer/investigator had handled dozens of cases, and they had known for a long time to get to the bottom of things. So I would like people to come out and clarify that he's not actually a rape defense lawyer. And again, we just looked up the information. First off, his name, as far as we could tell, is misspelled on the Nanocon website. Whether that's intentional or not, we don't know. So we could not find anybody by the name of the spelling that was listed, but the Elliot Cantor we found, that is the information we found about them. And again, I'm just trying to, keep an eye on things. All right, let's jump back into this. Oh, sorry. Let me exit full screen. Not a big deal, so chat. All right. Back to this presentation. Let me minimize this. All right. So I was trying to avoid doing this. All right. So let's hang on one sec. I want to go back to the beginning because I think we're about to jump into the organizations. Okay. So a person I did not put on a slide here is Arden Hart. Y'all will see Arden come up in the Facebook thread. You also have the fact that Arden, said that she recalled that conversation between Ben and Elliot, or that she heard the same thing. And you see I have her listed here as a dark romance author. So now, again, start to connect these dots, y'all. Really, really start to connect these dots. You have this assault take place, and then you coincidentally have all these people talking about, oh, it's all about CNC, consensual non-consent, and BDSM, and she was super into this stuff, although you're finding out, no, even the Flying Monkeys have said she didn't have any experience with this, and she was new to school. And then you have Patty telling you, yeah, she was discussing reading dark romance novels. Now you have AJ throwing around all the CNC, BDSM stuff. Bree claiming to be her dom. Titan is also apparently into consensual non-consent. Dr. Darrell Ray has also, I think, been open about consensual non-consent. And then you have Arden Hart. Powerful feminist influencer and host on the line, OnlyFans model, and dark romance author, who you will see basically saying she would have supported the victim, but she couldn't based on what she saw that night. Echoing the actual same victim blaming of all of these other people. Now, to me, it's a bit too coincidental that all of these people are into CNC and BDSM and dark romance, and none of them knew that this is not part of how that works. None of them knew to come forward and say, no, sorry, you can't commit to being thrown down the stairs and choked. Sorry, you can't commit to potentially life-threatening injuries. None of them knew that. Yet simultaneously, all of them do to use BDSM and CNC as the shield for their victim blaming. Just a coinky dink? Just a coinky dink. Y'all, there's some freaky deaky sex cult shit going on at Nanocon. I said what I said. I said what I said. All right, let's continue. Wanted to make sure we hit the little Arden thing real quick. All right, Dr. Del Rey, recovering from religion. Remember y'all said RFR didn't know what happened? I don't know. Y'all got to go back to, this going to be a 2-part stream now, but y'all got to go back to that first part because they definitely said in that first stream that RFR did not know what happened. Funny, what is this? Is this another fucking receipt? Is this another goddamn receipt from Patty? Her sister? What? From August? Hi, Dr. Ray. It was so very good to meet you at Nanocon a couple of weeks ago, and thank you for introducing me to Travis of the Secular Therapy Project. I expect we will have wonderful conversations with him. However, I'm sorry to say I'm reaching out today regarding an unfortunate and disturbing matter. Early Sunday morning at Nanocon, victim made me aware that Elliot Martin, Secularity, had violently sexually attacked her. She was found dazed in the lobby by our friend. And she brought, that was the witness, and she brought victim back to our room. Again, our room. This is the sister hitting up RFR and being like, yes, I was in fact staying in the room with my sister. So again, make it make sense that Nancy's plan was to bring Elliot back to her room and engage in consensual non-consent in her room that her sister was staying in with her sister's daughter. Make it make sense. Nancy told her that had happened and then shared a contemporaneous report to me verbally in the wee hours, as well as to the board members of Nanocon. I thought Nanocon didn't have anything to do with it. I thought they didn't. Oh. Later that same morning, I have her full write-up of the incident that she shared with me as well as close friends immediately following getting home from the event, and I'm willing to share it with you if you think it is necessary. But suffice it to say that it involves strangulation, shoving her into a wall and downstairs, and rough fondling, all non-consensual, leaving bruising. He also yelled and called her a slut and a whore during the attack. Verbally, she also mentioned that he went around a corner at one point, and when he came back, he appeared enraged, and the attack hit full force. He has denied using any drugs then, and has indicated he is bipolar, manic, and is into BDSM. There's that damn BDSM popping its ugly head again. In my opinion, those things do not align with the attack the victim experienced. And I still have questions about what was really happening when he ran around the corner. I was glad to know that Elliot Cantor of the Nanocon security team did take the victim's statement right away. However, Secularity's behavior since that time has me more concerned, and I'm choosing to share the information with you. Since the attack, he continued contact with Nancy that is inappropriate and unsafe, and I want to state what I am aware of. Immediate direct contact the morning after the incident, including hugging her and offering whispered apologies during the event, even coming to sit right next to her during my speech, and then reaching out privately. Victim shared with me that they had a prolonged emotional, alone, hours long, I think this is a phone call, immediately following his meeting with the ACA. Oh, no, they had prolonged emotional, I think this is conversation, hours long, immediately following his meeting with the ACA, in which it was determined that the repercussions would be up to victim based on follow-up messages to me in this private conversation with victim. In this private conversation with victim, yes, he centered his feelings and sought comfort and understanding from victim, the person he harmed. Again, he sought comfort from her. He needed her support. Yes, you heard me right. Elliot, the motherfucker attacker, needed Nancy's support. He made sensitive disclosures and explanations to her, personal history, mental health, claimed confusion, sexual interest, guilt about unrelated events, the kind of details that should go to clinicians or a neutral investigator, not the survivor, where it can elicit sympathy. That takes away the victim's mental resolve, especially when the victim comes from a domineering, high-control background and was taught to subvert their own needs. Let's also put a pin in the fact that Nancy, like many people in this community, is a survivor of a cult in a very, very high thought control group. And what did you know? Instead of her community being sensitive to that, trauma-informed, and aware of how a traumatized victim might behave, especially one coming out of a cult, all of that literally textbook 101 victim behavior was weaponized and used against said victim. Wish I was making that up. As they talked, ongoing content was proposed. Again, promotion, love bombing. We're going to make you famous. Resulting in a quote-unquote agreement to talk regularly so she could help him. Placing her in a caretaker therapist role and blurring boundaries. She is in a vulnerable state, and that is in no way appropriate. If this had become a legal matter, as in my opinion it should have, this would look very bad for him in terms of tampering. In my conversations with blank most recently, victim, she claims he has stopped contacting her for now, but most concerningly, she has changed and softened parts of her story, claiming she maybe didn't remember it so well. She was very clear about what happened at the time. And this is after they talked about it for many hours over several days, just the two of them. In my opinion, this looks like gaslighting of the victim. In my opinion, this looks like his abuse of her has continued mentally after their original physical attack. After his long talk with her, she reached out again to me and the friends she had shared her original story with in a way that seemed like she was willing to excuse the behavior and that we should all feel bad for him. In my opinion, his actions towards his victim contaminated memory and processing of events, shifted the burden onto her, and was absolutely ripe for emotional manipulation, with potential to elicit things out of the victim that can later be used against her. I find it especially problematic that just before his physical attack began, as the victim reported, he looked at her coyly and said, "I know you are married." Now, again, imagine him before the assault saying, "I know you are married," and then her concern for the state and well-being of her marriage being used to gaslight her and used against her. Just some shit to think about when y'all are reflecting on all this in bed tonight. This seems to me to indicate his cogence in that moment. Again, remember, he was so drunk, he didn't know what was going on, and he was so wasted, he can't remember anything, that he would later claim to have no memory of, and in my opinion, could indicate an understanding of her vulnerability and potential for her wanting to keep quiet. And unfortunately, that has been the case. She did not want to report this because she feared her husband would find out. And as her sister, I'm heartbroken to see her retreating into herself and defending him as just quote unquote traumatized and saying he promises it won't happen again. It's all very not okay. Also, any of y'all dumbasses that don't think he's done anything like this before, boy, are you in for a rude awakening. I'm telling you this because I think you are likely to have insights into the psychological aspects of his behavior toward her that no one would have known about if victim didn't tell me. I'm walking a line because now if I hint at more accountability needed to her or the fact that this really should be reported to law enforcement, she shrinks back and wants me to believe all is well. But given the pattern I feel like I am seeing, I'm exceedingly concerned for the community at large. To know of something like this, to hold space for this behavior, and to allow the perpetrator to still be the face of events when the woman will know it is being allowed is an extremely big problem, not to mention concern of further physical and psychological abuse. This is a really terrible thing to have occurred, and I'm telling you because I believe the RFR is a leader in the community of accountability done right. Your organization has the ability to protect women and make it clear that violence will be addressed instead of hidden and moved on from as if it didn't happen. I don't know what that means, and I want to keep blank safe from exposure, but the harm needs to stop. I have already reached out to Elliot Cantor, who did the investigation from the Nanocon side, to share this information about SR, continued contact with the victim, and while he said there was not much he could do, y'all. You heard it right there. I reached out to Elliot Cantor, who did the investigation from Nanocon side, to share this information about SR's continued contact with him. So this is her. Again, he was let in and he did the investigation initially. She's now following up after the convention to say, yo, this man has continued to be in contact with my sister and it's super inappropriate. And he goes, I was just hired for the convention. I can't do anything about it because, I guess everybody's gone home. I'll let them know, but there's really nothing I can do. Again. And then everybody's bragging about there was a thorough investigation that totally vindicated him. Not making sense, y'all. And while he said there was not much he could do, he would pass it along to the board of Nanocon. But again, I thought Nanocon didn't know anything. I thought Nanocon didn't know. I need to take this. All right. All right. I do want Gail Jordan to be made aware as well. And I know she is a part of RFR and also Nanocon. Will you share this information with her, please? Thank you for taking this information into consideration. I'm available to talk about this more if you would like. All right. I am not doing good on my food here. I just need a moment to go stick it in the refrigerator. Please give me a second. While I'm gone, I want y'all to think about all this bullshit about these organizations, y'all. When I told y'all these motherfucking organizations were rotted, I meant what the fuck I said. RFR, new. Nanocon, new. Fuck the bullshit. I will be right back. Give me literally 1 minute. I'm back. Appreciate it. Let me quick check here. Yeah, that's all right. We gotta do. All right. Let's get back into this. All right. Freedom from Religion Foundation has a previous history of bigotry. They're closely associated with RFR. Needs to either do something or be boycotted with the other organizations. There's not as much distinction between these organizations as y'all think there is. But yes, I am calling out all of these organizations who did not do anything. The ACA, here we go. Because everybody's going to tell, why is the ACA in there? They didn't know anything. They didn't do anything. Why are we blaming the people who had nothing to do with this? Why are we doing that? Here we go. Yes, I know people would like the stream to end. We're gonna get through this. We're almost done. I don't know what to tell you. I decided to not bother anybody. If no one is obligated to stay here and watch this stream. You are free to go to bed. This will be here for you in the future. All right. I don't know why it's not making the screen. All right, let's just go ahead. Thanks for taking a moment. I'm Patty from the Apostate Sisters. As I understand it, you were present when SR acknowledged his violent attack on victim at Nanocon. That included, per her contemporaneous report to me, as well as the board members of Nanocon, strangulation, shoving her into a wall and downstairs, and rough fondling, all not consensual, leaving her bruising. Since then, he has continued contact that is inappropriate and unsafe, and I want to state what I'm aware of. Again, it's more or less the same stuff. It is here on screen. Here's the second part of it. So I will allow y'all to go through that on your own. It's more or less the same, but the point remains. They absolutely knew this happened, and they were told directly by the victim's sister. They have continued to platform him. There he is all over the Atheist Experience. Skeptic Haven, again, as y'all saw, Patty talked to Wes and Cole to lead an investigation. I talked to Wes. PC also talked to Wes. They have said or done not a goddamn thing about it. Here's her reaching out to that Creator Accountability Network. Damn, why would we drag the Creator Accountability Network? Because, of course, they didn't know. They had nothing to do with this, right? There's no way they fucking knew. Oh, brother. I don't know why this fucking link is not popping up. That's what's bothering me. Let's take care of that. Hyperlink, open. Okay. All right, hang on. Something's not right on my screen here. Exit full screen. That's what it is. It's hiding behind there. Okay. Hyperlink. Let's try it again. Open. There we go. Ooh, I'm so fucking confused. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna switch camera view so I can find this and just give myself. I just need a second. No, it's not it. All right, let me pull this up. All right. Patty did contact the fucking the Creator Accountability Network for some fucking reason. I don't know why. I'm not seeing it right now. I definitely put it in this presentation. Let me try to open it one more time. It like says it's opening it, but I can't fucking see it. All right. So I'm gonna just keep moving. But Patty did contact the Creator Accountability Network. And basically what they said was that they could not do anything because Elliot was not registered with the Creator Accountability Network. I do not know, to me that is ridiculous. And I think this community does need to know about this. Like, what the fuck is it that we are showing that this happened? And basically, you're hearing about this fucking terrible thing that happened. And then basically saying, hey, we can't do anything, but we'll keep something on file. In case he does join our network in the future, there'll be a record of this. And then again, you sit there and watch as he continues to be platformed by organizations, continues to host and lead conventions and conferences, continues to be platformed as a community builder and all this other shit, and y'all don't say anything? And so we're supposed to all believe in this motherfucking Creator Accountability Network, but apparently they can't do shit unless the predators actually register with the Creator Accountability Network. So fuck the Creator Accountability Network. It is literally useless. Prove me wrong. And if you didn't know, go ahead. Go ahead. You knew because Patty emailed you, and we have the fucking email. So it is what it is. I'm gonna keep moving. I just want people to understand why they're on this motherfucking list. That is a big part of my intention here, is I don't want people leaving here. And I know that if I don't show receipts for individuals, y'all are going to act like it never happened. All right, so here's the main thing. Let's go ahead. We can jump into this thread. Again, this is a public Facebook thread. So in the interest of time, I won't quite read all of it. Oh yeah, but let's talk about this fucking Glenda fucking bullshit. I'm gonna pull that up real fast. Because y'all do actually need to see this. This is part of the problem. Warning, the following content is gross. Absolutely fucking gross. I need to go back to my fucking restream so I can see. Big yikes. Oh my goodness. All right, here. Let's just move this. Sorry, I'm doing some screen management here over on my. There we go. Okay, now we're good. All right, here we go. Again, this is disgusting. And actually, I need to unshare real quick because this is a tab and I have to share the audio. So stop. There we go. Share the tab audio. All right. Glenda Jordan at Nanocon. Here's AJ. Thanks for watching. Now, as you can see, this was posted by AJ 12 days ago. 12 days ago. Well, what's the problem? I'll be honest with y'all. When Nanocon first happened, people were looking for Nanocon shit. Where are all the pictures and videos from Nanocon? Wasn't anybody at Nanocon? Where's all the shit from Nanocon? Nobody was talking about Nanocon. Nobody was posting shit from Nanocon. All of a sudden, this shit comes out, and now all of a sudden, again, they want to play in the victim's face and share sexy, sexy fun time at Nanocon. All of these people have been hypersexualizing Nancy, hypersexualizing her story, and now they're hypersexualizing Nanocon. Literally, oh, let's look at couples comedy and let's all tell fucking sex jokes. Listen, we're all fucking grown ass motherfuckers. If y'all want to have some secular fun time and y'all want to get into adult themes and shit, but for y'all to literally be advertising sexy, sexy fun time at Nanocon, hey, don't miss it next year. Look at all the fun, sexy, sexy shit that happened. Meanwhile, y'all know a woman was assaulted and thrown down the stairs, and y'all are gonna just advertise sexy, sexy fun time at Nanocon with the CNC gang, but no fucking accountability for what the fuck. Yeah, y'all are unsafe. And not only you're unsafe, you're literally advertising and promoting yourselves as a safe space for secular sexuality. Meanwhile, dogpiling the victim and support system of a woman who was assaulted. I'm sorry, all these people need to be fucking exposed. And yes, AJ, this is part of your fucking disgusting rot. You are at the center of all this. You are like one of the lead dogs in all this. You know what the fuck happened. And again, it is you who is leading the charge to hypersexualize fucking Nanocon and shove this shit down our throats, knowing good and goddamn well what happened to your supposed friend. Absolute fucking disgusting. Everybody involved. All right. Get this fucking dog shit off my goddamn screen. And let's wrap this shit up by going in on this motherfucking Facebook thread. Cause some of y'all are not gonna fucking believe shit until you motherfucking see it. All right. Here it is. This is fucking insane. Hang on, I gotta close fucking tabs. I don't know what the hell is going on. Let me go to another screen. Just give me a sec, y'all. I got so many fucking tabs open and I'm just need to close some of them real quick. Let's close that. Let's just fucking close all of these. I don't need any of this open. Close it, close it, close it. Oh my God. Oh, I see. Something's going on with my fucking preview app. Okay. Let's force quit. Absolutely. Quit it. Thank you. Oh my goodness. That I think will help a great deal. Okay. Now, hyperlink. Open it. Okay. It must be over here on this other fucking window. No, this isn't it either. Jesus, what is going on? Okay, here we go. Finally. All right, and I'll just rock it like this, put this up here. This is how I'm used to doing things. Oh yeah, all right. Sit right here. Boom. All right. I'm not even gonna try to go through all of this. Like I said, there's literally 167 messages. It is public. Let me go over here real quick and pull it up, and I'm gonna drop the link. That way people can read it on their own time, and then I will just sort of go over maybe some of the highlights. Let me grab a quick link to this fucking thread. And y'all can go ahead and read it for yourselves, which I highly recommend everybody do. Because this is where they really tried to go in. Oh, here we go. All right, I'm just gonna give y'all a link to the page because I don't know how to link you to the thread, but you will find it there on Drew's page. The fact that AJ thought it was a good taste to post that right after the initial stream we did says everything. AJ, you didn't post this in fucking August or September. You posted it a few weeks ago. You weren't helping Glenda advertise as a dancer. You were making a fucking mockery of what happened to Nancy and the fact that we brought it up to the wider community. Absolutely, Samami. Thank you so much for that. All right, y'all can see who's in here. Y'all can see who's in there. There's Casey, of course, AJ being the fucking lead monkey, all of them throwing her under the bus. There's some people I haven't mentioned yet. I'll let y'all go in and read AJ's fucking bullshit. I wish my... Okay, there we go. That's how I want to do this. Yes, there we go. All right, here we go. So there's AJ. There's all them dropping in Nancy's chats, all AJ, and there's Helen. There's Glenda. These screenshots piss me off because it really does showcase more and more that the entire panel did the literal opposite of victim advocacy. I have more thoughts, but I'll keep it to myself. Has anyone heard from victim yet? And has Patty responded at all, or any of those panelists? Other than the private threats, it seems to be crickets. I know any dissenting comment on YouTube videos deleted. Yeah, we didn't want you guys harassing her in the stream, but we let you show your asses tonight. There's Kelly. Looks to me that she's not a victim. This looks to me that people are about to owe a certain person an apology, but are they going to give it to them? We'll see. Yeah, that some people are going to owe somebody an apology. Goddamn right about that. There's Seth. Notice the timestamp on the morning of the 29th. I got one of the most upsetting and disturbing emails I've ever read 24 hours later. You know, we really are fucking adorable. Is it starting to click, y'all? Yeah, hopefully it's starting to click, y'all. Y'all literally watched him and encouraged his fucking inappropriate contact. There's KC, just all over this. All over this. All over. There's AJ, there's Troy, here's Bree. Jay seems to be chasing relevancy. Keep in mind, a year ago, the guy was ranting about how apologist Rebecca Davis could be fixed if he could dick her down. I know this because I was his friend and I talked him down from this misogynistic approach. I called Rebecca Davis a fucking cunt. I actually called her a raggedy bitch. You know why? Because Rebecca Davis is a raggedy bitch. You know who else is a raggedy bitch? Bree McClune. Bree McClune's a raggedy bitch. Chad Harris is a raggedy bitch. Glenda Jordan's a raggedy bitch. Casey Gleason is a raggedy bitch. Look at these, y'all. 156 messages. 156 messages. Don't worry, we got, and here they is. You did realize this video has led to actual threats of violence against me by one of the pants. So here's Bree dropping a message from Kyle. Kyle said, well, you're not in harm's way as long as you stop talking about anything other than supporting the victim. Again, all about the flying monkeys. Notice how they're the real victims. This is really about transphobia. Oh, here's D. Let's read this. Thank you, Drew, for speaking logically and kindly to both sides. Don't know why you're both sides in this, D. As if I needed any more proof, you are the man to stand by my daughter and influence the future of my 3 grandsons. Speaking as a victim here now, I will say only this and this about me. I did and said some of the craziest crap to protect my abuser/assailant. And to this day, I don't know why. I think because I was ashamed and I let it happen. Maybe, I honestly don't know. But I'm disappointed when I see comments like she was flirting. To me, that's the same thing as saying, well, what was she wearing? That takes us back decades and decades in time. That's all I'm going to say, and I don't have to be referring to this particular matter at hand. I just can't believe that anyone still says those kinds of things when it comes to this kind of situation. I feel like we're just taking so many steps backwards. I'm sad. And I also think you're right, Drew. In this day and age, we have become so accustomed to seeing everything on camera that if we don't see the actual violence with our own eyes, we just don't believe it. And that's gross. Here's my edit. All the cool kids are doing it. This will be the only thing I say on the entire matter publicly. I will not get into a back and forth with anyone. It's too exhausting, and I'm just not going to do it. I also don't have the time to live on Facebook. It's 4 a.m. as I write this, and I'm up for work. And I went to bed at 1 a.m. after working all day and evening. I was up 22 hours yesterday. The other thing is, believe it or not, I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. So if I'm wrong, I'll own it. Okay, bye, guys. Thank you, D. D, we appreciate you for trying. Really do. Nathan Pfizer, Austin Sims, Kelly, Seth. Here's Arden Hart. Glenda Jordan. I just want to second everything he said here by Glenda. I was also at the table and witnessed everything alongside of her, and my recollection was exactly the same. I haven't been following the fallout super closely after the fact, but that's what I saw. I would probably have believed and taken victim's word for it if I hadn't witnessed what I did myself. So there you have it, folks. There's Arden Hart saying if it wasn't for what she saw, she would believe the victim, but she can't. Again, because apparently Nancy was just too all over Elliot for her to believe the victim. And again, all this CNC, BDSM, and here's Arden Hart, sex worker, or let's say adult content creator / dark romance author, but doesn't know that this is not how any of that works. And what the fuck are y'all doing out here supporting a dark romance author and an adult content creator who is using the victim's behavior prior to the assault as an excuse to not believe said victim? Here's Troy Stober's dumbass. Dropping memes. They think this is all meme worthy. Listen to this. I have one more message. It's for Patty of the Apostate Sisters. Your actions have destroyed lives. Bree McCune's life is hanging by a thread after getting death threats, people boycotting her online work, which is her only source of income. She was attacked with horrendous transphobic hate, even from people she called friends, and is struggling mentally, all for having a relationship with victim and supporting her. Ember Bellrad has experienced the same, but as she always bravely does, she is surviving. I've gotten hateful messages and death threats from the people sitting next to you in Jay Bundy's stream who had the nerve to talk about my child. As a mother, you should be embarrassed to sit next to people like that and praise them as heroes and advocates for women. People are calling for Elliot's doxing so they can go put him in the hospital or take his life. Vigilante justice is not justice. Again, we've very clearly stated from stream one, we're calling for him to be ostracized from the community. Nobody has advocated for violence against Elliot. And I'll repeat tonight, nobody should do any violence to anybody. We have not asked for that. That is not necessary. Notice the extremism in your fucking thinking. You were asked to keep that motherfucker off the goddamn channels, out of people's fucking face, and not to be hosting organizational fucking conferences and conventions. We're asking you not to shove him down the victim's throats, you sorry fucking cunts. Nobody is advocating for violence, but a lot of people are making excuses for it. And you see them piling on. This is what they're saying to fucking Drew. If this was your goal, your comment on YouTube condemning violence is a little too late. You should have stood up when Jay Bundy said if they die, they die. Yet another death threat. No, it's a fucking movie quote. And it meant we were not centering you. And the truth is, you're taking that comment, if they die, they die. First of all, like I said, it's a movie quote from Rocky, so fuck off. Go ahead and sue me for saying a fucking movie quote on a goddamn YouTube video, you miserable cunt. On top of that, I made it very clear that it was about not centering you guys. And then I explicitly said that this was an opportunity for people to hear what happened directly from Patty herself and to back out of the wrong narrative. So you're not just misquoting me. You are literally doing the debate bro, apologetic, philosophy bro, internet brain rot bullshit of literally taking a message where I literally advocated for a peaceful solution and for people to simply back away from the problematic narrative and to support Patty and the victim. And you're taking that and turning it into threats of physical violence against your life. And you ought to be fucking ashamed of yourself. And again, you are not beating the accusations of moving in solidarity with white supremacy anytime soon, because that is a fucking white supremacist move. That when you get called out, you take what people say, twist it, deliberately take it out of a context so you can center yourself, so you can play the victim, and then you want to fucking go call the manager and have streams deleted and have everybody canceled and tell everybody to not talk to people and tell everybody to ostracize the goddamn whistleblowers and then call your motherfucking lawyers. Go fuck yourself. And then there's absolutely no way you didn't expect this. If this was your goal, congratulations. You single-handedly destroyed your sister's reputation, her work, potentially her marriage, and a whole lot of people's lives who cared about her, respected her wishes, and tried to protect her. There's absolutely no way you didn't expect this backlash. Your wording was very carefully crafted. You set the stage by using the word grape at the beginning, which you did not, knowing the impact it would have and what it would unleash. I hope you're reading the comments here because the outpouring of support for victim is overwhelming. None of us ever stopped supporting her. We believe her to this day. Her truth was always remain true. So has the actual truth supported by evidence, and now it's out there because of you. You and Blank's husband have consistently done what you wanted to do, told your story, not hers. Unfortunately, there's only one person that can stop the harm, but she's being manipulated into silence by the two people closest to her, and it breaks my heart for her. This is from Helen Green. Thank you for triggering several people of their own SA experiences and causing emotional upheaval in place where we thought we're safe. Next time, please think before you act. So y'all can see the fucking dogpiling. And you can go ahead and read it. But you see, you have to expand it. There's a lot of replies, over 156, in fact. So that's going to do it for this stream, y'all. I know the previous one was quite a long one. This one was quite a long one. We'll be able to make it more digestible if that's something people think is helpful. Unfortunately, y'all have already seen the bad behavior. To be honest, it was very hard to keep an eye on the chat. I don't think people have any idea what it was really like to do this stream. I've got just a lot going on. People calling me, blowing up my tags, Discord's going off literally every 10 seconds. I've got chat flying by. I've got a panel of people. I got the fucking trolls going on. So just fucking bear with me, please. I promise y'all I'm not here to do anything other than show support for the people who need it the most. And yes, this got messy, got ugly, and I will come back and pour over every fucking message as this motherfucking Facebook thread, if that's what the fuck it takes. I'm tired of these motherfuckers. They're not gonna hide from this shit. And I wanted to justify including everybody I included on that motherfucking thumbnail. I did not want to let motherfuckers off the hook. And I did not want to leave it incomplete or not show the receipts, because y'all know if I did that, motherfuckers it wasn't me, I didn't have anything to do with this, I don't know why my name was included, I don't know what I was called out for, I didn't know, this person didn't know, this organization didn't know. Y'all saw all the fucking excuses. Y'all saw all the motherfucking excuses tonight in this motherfucking. If you don't know why we showed them motherfucking receipts, if you don't know why I did 4 hours of whatever the fuck a motherfucking stream is tonight, go back and read the goddamn live chat. Go back and read the goddamn live chat and go read this Facebook thread. And then ask me why I did this. And also fuck each and every last one of these people. They're lying, and their fake ass concern about did Patty have Nancy's encouragement or permission or whatever. All of them could have done the same motherfucking thing we did. And you could have reached out to Patty. You could have reached out to your supposed friend, that person you knew. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Prior to this, I call Nancy a friend. Most people would call her an acquaintance. She watched my streams once in a while. I watched the Apostate sisters hit each other up in the live chat, had a little back and forth about doing content in the future. But Nancy was with me in Kentucky. She was at the protest. She was at the social events. She was at the house party. We had a lot of fun playing the game together as a community. We shared a whiskey together. We just had a good time. But that was enough for me. That was enough for me to say, nah, this is part of our community. It's one of my friends. Considered her a friend. Had and get to meet a lot of people in person. That meant a lot to me. And yeah, we reached out to Patty. Y'all could have done the same thing and then shown Patty fucking support. None of you did because you knew what she'd tell you, because you knew what happened. You made your fucking bed, now lay in it. And shame on all of y'all for going after the whistleblowers, for what you have done to Nancy, for what you have done on behalf of SR. And fuck each and every last one of you for what you have done to Kyle, what you have done to Sumami, and what you have done to PC. I will never forgive y'all. Y'all know those are the fucking ride or dies. Not only did y'all go after and humiliate the goddamn victim, you humiliated and went after her motherfucking sister, and you humiliated and went after the motherfucking whistleblowers. And even given all of those efforts, even given all of the receipts we have shown tonight, even given how crystal clear we have made it right in your face, they will continue to do so. And we will continue to be here. I will wake up tomorrow, come right back to the same group, and I will hear about the harassment that is being foisted upon Patty and Kyle and Sumami and PC. But they're down for it. We're game. We told Patty the alone part of this is over, and we meant it. Y'all see what's going on in your face, and now the challenge is on you. I will repeat, we have called for no violence, and we have not asked anybody to threaten anyone. But these people need to be called out. You need to stop supporting them. You need to stop watching them. You need to stop attending their events. You need to stop promoting them. You need to stop trusting them. You need to stop sending them motherfucking super chats. And yes, you need to join us in boycotting these motherfucking organizations because they knew and they let it happen. Just like all them motherfucking flying monkeys. I just want to take a quick moment to thank Patty and again acknowledge her unbelievable courage, resolve, integrity. Patty, you are fucking amazing. We motherfucking love you. I'm so sorry this community has not supported you. Despite what anybody says, I really hope tonight we'll have some people rallying to these brave women. I hope people will rally to Patty. Rally to Patty. Rally to Patty. Rally to Patty. She fucking deserves it. She fucking deserves it. Rally to PC. Rally to Kyle. Fucking rally to Sumami. Sumami, I love you so fucking much. I don't give a fuck. Me and Sumami been through a lot. Me and Sumami fight like cats and dogs. Y'all saw Sumami tell me to shut the fuck up tonight. And I shut the fuck up. Sumami, you my motherfucking dog. I don't give a fuck what they say. You are here for us every fucking day. We love you. You are the fucking reason these motherfuckers got held to account. We love you for it. We're so appreciative. PC, you're the motherfucking backbone of this community. Always have been, always will be. We don't give a fuck what nobody says. PC, we're so grateful. We love you so much. Thank you. Kyle, lovely, beautiful, fierce. Again, no one would be on the right side of this publicly if not for Kyle. Kyle would not let it go. God, we owe you so much gratitude, so much love and support. I'm really sorry that you haven't gotten it. Again, Patty, just all the love in the world. And Nancy, if you ever see this or hear this, we love you. We appreciate you. We are so sorry that this happened. So sorry that I will admit to feeling like this was necessary. I felt these people needed to be called out. I felt the receipts needed to be shown. I felt accountability needed to be had. I hope you understand. I really do. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I promise you, gang, I promise you, when I wake up tomorrow, the flying monkeys will have already started the next phase of their bullshit and their attack. They're going to come after the whistleblowers. They're going to keep going after the victims. They're going to keep going after the support system. So do me a favor, rally around Patty, rally around Kyle, rally around Tsumami, rally around PC. If you haven't heard anybody telling you, I'm telling you, they need it and they deserve it, and it's the right thing to do. I do love those of you that have stuck with us and are ready to face this and just kind of sit with this and kind of lean in and support people. I really do appreciate those of you that are going to use this information to step up and do that. And again, no violence, no threats. As y'all see, the flying monkeys are all over. Don't give them what they're looking for. We need to hold people accountable, and we can do that by simply hitting unsubscribe. Do not show me this channel. The wallets are closing. We're not buying tickets to your events. Let's send the message loud and clear. They want to move in proximity like this to hang on to their influence, their power. They want to do this to put asses in seats and eyeballs on screen. Let's give them neither, unless it's further accountability and further calling them out. They want to host events. They want to make money. They want to grift. Let's make sure it doesn't work. We can be silent. We can disengage, and it will hurt them way more. If y'all think your name was dragged unnecessarily, if you think that we were unfair to you, I invite you to realize that the people who did this did so because they seriously thought it was the right thing to do and it needed to be done. If you are the skeptics and fucking tough guys you motherfucking claim to be, take it, eat it, adjust course, and move accordingly. We want y'all to stop the bullshit and support the victim. I'm not even asking, do not threaten Elliot. Do not harm Elliot. Get rid of Elliot from this community. Tell him he is not welcome. That's all you were asked to do. All right, y'all. See you next time.